Okay, hello, my name is Kendall. I'm also known as Dog Mantra, and this is my second attempt at doing a recorded Mage Knight solo playthrough on Tabletop Sim. The first one, I wasn't super happy. I missed a couple of bonuses, and actually, just before I start, that's something I want to talk about using a module, a scripted module especially. One of the bonuses I missed was Norowas's +1 fame for interacting, and the majority of uh, the majority of the things in this game are scripted. So it handles everything. It'll automatically give you fame for when you defeat enemies in combat and so on, as long as you do it sort of correctly. But it's very intuitive. But there's a couple of things it won't do, and Norowas is getting extra fame for interacting is one of those things. And it happened about 3 times, so I should have been slightly ahead. And at one point, I genuinely said, if only I had 1 fame more, then I would definitely do this because it will level me up. And I should have had 1 fame more because I'd forgotten to do that earlier. And in a scripted module, you kind of forget what you're supposed to be taking care of and what they're supposed to be taking care of. But in when you're playing it by yourself, with the physical copy which I own, then I find obviously you have to deal with everything. You have to manage every part, and I kind of like that. It means you're not going to miss, or it's not that you're not going to miss bookkeeping, but you're not going to know that there's bookkeeping that you weren't. You're not going to think there was bookkeeping that was being done for you, because no bookkeeping was being done for you, if you catch my drift. Anyway, I might cut all that out, so who knows. Okay, so this is how I'm going to play. Scenario is standard Conquest, level 5, level 8 city. I'm going to be Goldyx this time. I asked for votes on the Always Player 1 Discord, and they were tied. I played Norowas in the last one, Goldyx in this one, and Norowas is my dummy, because those were the 2 that were tied. As for the sort of optional rules, the only real optional one I'm using is Volkaire's Camp as a possible city, because I just really like that rule. I don't really like the Volkaire scenarios that much. I think they kind of overcomplicate the game, so that's a good way to use Volkaire in my opinion, although I think he is a bit trickier than the normal cities. And just a note before I start playing, I'm also only going to be playing with things that I actually physically own. So one of the things that this module doesn't let you do is remove the 5 dual-coloured advanced action cards that are like green and blue or whatever. And I don't physically own them because I bought Mage Knight way back before the Ultimate Edition, and so I don't have them. And it doesn't let you remove them, so if one of them comes up in the advanced actions, all I'm going to do is just delete it and draw a new card. So I'm not cheating if that happens. I've made that decision at the beginning. I'm only going to play with what I own. No judgment. I just prefer to play with what I have. Okay, so let's get started. Okay. So yeah, the module itself is generally quite good. Like the play area and stuff is pretty decent. It's just there's a couple of little niggles that I have with it. Okay, let's have a look here at what we've got to start with. Now, immediately with this hand, I can see a swiftness. I can see an orc here that's unfortified. So with Goldyx especially, who has the better version of concentration, will focus it's called, that lets you with a green mana add 3 to any other thing. So I really like the combo of concentration plus swiftness, and so immediately I would be looking to take those orc summoners, which I might be able to do with Great Start. A Great Start I find is a really useful tactic right at the beginning to take, just in general, because the 2 most powerful ones I think are Great Start and Planning, and I like to leave Planning for later when there's harder things to do. That can be a risk, obviously, because the dummy picks one of these at random and it's removed from the game. So in the last game I played, I lost on the first day. I lost Planning, and on the first night I lost the night one that I like the most, which escapes me now. Sparing power. I lost both of those on the first day and the first night, which was really unfortunate. So it is a risk. And also, if I take Great Start, that means there's a chance of actually getting Will Focus, because I'll need that if I'm to, make my way up here and do the, get that straight up kill, because that's 4 fame, so that's going to level me up straight away. So that's what I'm going to go for. I go Great Start, and I got another Swiftness, which, I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate, but we'll see what the dummy does. Let's have a look. Pick random, and it's pick planning again. So yeah, that's not so good. Okay, so the dummy goes first, and I don't really pay much attention to the dummy, to be honest. I don't find it often dictates my pace. But let's see. I mean, I've still got a lot of range. There's a village there. I've got an improv in my hand, and there's a gold manor in the source. So what's in the village? If I get scouts, what I can do is then on the next turn, I could move in here and then challenge and use the siege attack from scouts plus a white manor, if I get one. Which, I might not, but the other option obviously is to go for the keep. But this isn't a bad hand for attacking a keep. It's just, So I'm gonna go for this this sort of route here. So Goldyx starts on the portal. I'm gonna actually have to spend a green to get to the village. So I'm gonna go move 6, and I'm on the village with the scouts. So let's go. I want to keep my pace quite quick, so I'm going to use improvisation, discarding a rage, and then I'm going to discard another rage sideways. Am I going to discard the rage or the swiftness? If I discard both my rages, that's going to mean I probably don't have that much. I'm going to go for a swiftness sideways. No, I'm going to keep the swiftness for the will focus combo. And I'm going to discard the rage sideways for the influence. So that's 3 from improvisation plus 1 from rage sideways. Let's me take these scouts here. And that's going to end my turn. Okay. I might plunder the village. I don't often plunder villages, but if I don't get what I want, which ideally is a concentration, but it might be some movement as well, I'm going to have to plunder that village. Okay. Process the dummy. I'm going to plunder the village here, and excellent, right, I got my will focus, which is really nice. Ooh, and a mana draw. Okay, so really what I need to do is move into here, and then kill the Orc Summoners. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use mana draw to be able to take 2 from the centre. So I'm going to use a gold for move 4 to get into there. And before I attack the thing, I'm going to Crystal Joy sideways to reveal a new tile here as well. Okay, that's really good, because with the rest of my move, what I can do is I'll kill the Orc Summoners with range, and then I can move to here next turn and kill these guys with range as well. So Goldyx I really rate being ranged. Okay, so what I'm then going to do is challenge the Orc Summoners. Now, I made a mistake in my last game. If you're playing with this module, one of the things that you mustn't do is press this button here until you're ready to have it melee attack you, because that draws a Tan creature. I didn't realise what that did, because it doesn't say what it does, and I accidentally revealed some information I wasn't supposed to have. Okay. So, what I'm going to do, I've just realised that, I didn't have the white mana here. I'm a very, very silly sausage. So, okay, I haven't revealed any new information, so if I may be allowed takes backsies. No, it's too late, it's too late. Right, well what I what I'll do is I'll do the will focus there, here, and then I suppose I can't range these curse tags to death with the scouts. I can't do that, but maybe I'll be able to do something else. That's really unfortunate. Should have paid better attention to the mana, really. And actually, if I'd thought it through, what I could have done is I could have used the gold on the mana draw in order to get 2 blue tokens, a blue for the stamina, and then use a blue with Crystal Joy to gain a white crystal to my hand, and a different card sideways to explore. But you know, that's unfortunate. Anyway, so green here will focus plus the swiftness. Yeah, will focus plus the swiftness gives me 6 ranged attack, which kills the Orc Summoners. And I'm going to end turn and level up with that. Right. So, level up rewards. Let's have a look. Motivation's always good. It's not like the best, but it's particularly good in solo because it always gives you a mana token, and I like that. I like having mana tokens. Universal power. Add a mana to a card played sideways, gives +3, or if it's the same colour as the card, it gives +4. That's really nice, actually. And Goldyx is good for mana. So, what I think I'm going to do... Let's have a look at what advanced actions we have. So we've got Frostbridge, Chivalry, and Refreshing Walk. So 2 movement ones and an attack. Now, this attack plus this swiftness is enough to kill the hags if I were to move along that way. But I might... It might be good enough, actually. I might be able to take a tan with that attack. With an extra little bit of attack. I might be able to take a tan with what I've got in my hand. Although I don't... I need red. I've only got red mana. So, maybe not. But, I'm leaning towards Chivalry and Universal Power. Let's see what's left in my deed deck. I don't really have any more attack cards left, actually, thinking about it. Let's go for Universal Power, and let's go for Chivalry. Alright, rewards claimed. Process my dummy. Ah, yeah, I start with the gold for being on the magical glade. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try and risk it and go for the thing, but I've got a really big attack here. And I've got some healing in my hands, so let's go ahead. Let's use the scouts and promise sideways to go into the monster den, and let's attack the monster den. Okay. I'm not super happy about that. I'm not going to be able to block that because I'm going to need 8 block to block it. But it's going to do 2 wounds to my hand and 2 to my discard. So that's probably the worst possible, possibly the worst possible one. Although actually, thinking about it, I might be able to block it. If I go... Yeah, if I block it though, I can't kill it. So I could go 8 block here with these, say these 2. 5 from this, and then 3 from playing one sideways with a mana. But then I won't be able to kill it. So let's put this on here and say we're killing it. And otherwise, it's 2, 4. Yeah, it'd be really nice to be able to... If it didn't have swiftness, this would be super easy, but then... You know, if my grandma had wheels, she'd be a bike. And I want to hold on to this to heal those wounds. It was a risk. It was a risk. So yeah, let's just take it. So Manticore, No ranged attacks. If I still had will focus, that would have been really nice. Would have gone down in one. No ranged attacks, so I've only got 2 armor. It does 4 damage, so 2 to my hand, and then it's got poison, so it also puts 2 in my discard. That's a real setback at this early in the game, but I should be able to get rid of some of those, especially if I can go back onto the Crystal Glade. I might be able to make it worth my while. So that's the damage, and then the straight up attack. I will. Do you know what? Because I'm probably not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna use the attack here as attack 4 and rep 1 plus fame 1. So I'm gonna add those now, and this determination is the remaining 2 attack in order to do 6 damage, and that's gonna kill it. And let's just double check what I get from a monster den. It's 2 random crystals, oh, nice, gold. That means I get to choose. So in order to heal 2, I'm going to pick a green for tranquility, and I think I will pick. I think I'll pick another green just for will focus for next turn, if nothing else. So rewards claimed. And process dummy. Okay. So this turn's going to be pretty straightforward. I'm going to green on tranquility. And then I'm going to heal these 2 wounds. Put them face down. They get deleted immediately. And with my universal power, I think I'm going to play Swiftness Sideways with a mana for 3 move, exploring here. Well, that's irritating because I'd like to step into here in order to get the crystal for next turn. But if I do, the diggers will attack me, and obviously I can't really do anything against them. I've got 1 move left. I mean, I'd like to be able to go to the monastery, but then at the same time, going this way is going to get me slightly more value because I've got 2 move here, and I've got the 1 left over because that's 3 move, 2 to explore. So I can go this way, and there are hags on the way, so it means I'm not going to have the opportunity to get units and or heal up and or burn the monastery. But what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to spend this one for an extra 2 move to move on to there, just for the value of ending on a mine. That gets me mine and rewards claimed. Okay. Well, I mean, last turn I've only got 1 card, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my universal power because that's a tree, and I kind of want to just keep my pace. And there's not that much useful on this spot. Because 3 fame's not even going to level me up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Threaten Sideways with a mana for 4 move to go onto this tree here. And end my turn there. And that is the end of the round. Okay. Right, so the module does most things for you. What's the new advanced action is Temporal Portal. So we're getting a lot of movement. We're getting a lot of movement on the advanced actions here. I like these units. They're all pretty nice, but I need a keep to recruit them. Right. So looking at my hand, I've got some move that I can move pretty decently. Do you know, I'm going to probably actually go for revealing this tile here immediately. And with my scouts, if I have enough move to get to the monastery, like obviously if this is like a mountain or a wasteland or something, then I might have to change my mind. But if I have enough move to get to the monastery, then the scouts can let me know if that's a good idea to actually attack or not. which is really helpful. So let's I'm gonna take my safe pick for tactic, and it's the safe pick because it's the one I don't think is like super specifically useful at super specific times. It's just nice to have, and that's mana search. And I'm gonna just hope that the dummy doesn't take one of the ones I really want. Okay, Long Night's all right, but that's probably the best one it could have picked, other than Early Bird or the number 1. Okay, so process dummy, and it is now my turn. Right. I'm going to use the... well, first of all, with my mana search, before I spend any mana, I'm going to re-roll the depleted die. That's really nice to have. And actually that changes my mind, because I've got more high-value green cards in here than high-value blues. So I'm going to use the blue for move 4, spend 2 of that to reveal here. Okay. And then the next 2 I'm going to do to move here. This is a really nice spot to be on, just because it's a really nice spot to be on, just because it's close to so many useful things. And actually, this is one of the best tiles, in my opinion, in terms of kind of average move to move around this tile. It's really nice. So that's good to see that. What I'm now thinking is I have a decision of, do I go into the keep and be able to recruit a unit? Because these units I think are all pretty good. Shock Troopers especially, I like Shock Troopers quite a lot. Or do I go into the Mage Tower for the higher value area? So that's going to be less movement. Ultimately, given that I've got universal power, I'm not too worried about movement, because in a pinch I can always get 3 move from a sideways card on an off turn where I'm not using mana. So I think I'm going to go towards the keep. Now, the scouts let me look at a token that's face down, but I get a bonus for if it's if I defeat it that turn. So the temptation is to, do that and reveal it and see what I'm up against, and then make the decision maybe I should go for the Mage Tower instead, or the decision is to wait, hold off until I have a slightly better assaulting hand. Given I've got a red, and that's some attack. It's not a lot of attack, but it's some. And I could use the promise for more attack as well if I really, really wanted to with this. Plus mana draw or whatever. I'm gonna use the scouts to look at the keep already. Okay. So these guys are kind of nasty. I think this is doable. I just need a better hand for it. And I've almost got a decent hand for it. I've got enough attack already. It's just the block. So I'm actually going to spend this. I'm actually going to go for quite a expensive thing. I'm going to use mana draw to play this sideways for 3 move to reveal this tile here, just to see what's out here. As well, in order to empty my hand a little bit, so that I can hope I can draw, some better cards, because now I've got a green mana, I can march in, and hopefully if I get a little bit of block, I can take that. Okay, this is a really nice hand for this. I'm really happy with that. So I'm going to use my mana search to re-roll these dice, and hopefully I get a blue. I don't get a blue, I would have liked to blue for the block 5, which would have been, you know, straight up block one of these guys. But that said, I think I can do this quite nicely. I'm just trying to work out how I can do it without taking any wounds. I don't know if I can do it without taking any wounds, but I can definitely do this without too much of a hassle. So what have I got in here? I've got a green and a red. Okay. I'm going to spend the green here for March 4 to go into the keep. Okay. And I think I'm going to have to take one of these hits, and it's probably, well, it's obviously going to be the 4 damage hit, because that will be 2 wounds, whereas the 2 will only be 1, and I can heal that immediately with Tranquility. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to block just the 4. And I'm going to block just the 4 with improvisation. No. Ooh. Ooh, I can't do this as well as I thought I could. I've been using 2 mana from the source in my mind. If I use the... Yeah, I'm going to have to use the green crystal here and a red mana from the source. Because what I can then do is I can improvisation with the red and discard the determination to block the 4 attack. And then I can use this red crystal here to rage and kill the heroes, meaning I take 1 wound from the 2 fire attack. Yeah, and I did know all of that before I went in, so no takes backsies with unknown information there. Okay, so yeah, I'm happy with that. And then hopefully I actually draw another wound, because I've still got a couple in my deck, so I can get more value out of Tranquility. Okay. Rewards claimed? I guess not, but oh well. And let's process the dummy. Got 5 cards left. That's a minimum of 3 more turns for me, I think, after this. It could draw all of them. Could draw. Just trying to decide whether to go quick or not. Because it could draw all of them. If it draws a white last. And then it'll call the end, and then so it'll be me, it, me, it, me. Yeah, minimum of 3 more turns. I can afford to go slow for this one. So I'm just simply gonna Tranquility here. I will re-roll this one with my mana search because I've got no spells. With my Crystal Joy, I'm gonna use the blue, and I'm gonna gain a green crystal. And then at the end of my turn... Oh wait! I forgot to take my rewards. Okay, well, I jumped the gun here. See, this is what I mean about the mod being a bit too scripted, because I kind of forget to do stuff like this, you know? It handles everything for you, and I just get into the swing of things. So I suppose the most fair thing to do is just take my reward now, and I'll take these ones. And I should have had that advanced action on top here instead of one of these cards. You know, I should have had the skill. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because I feel really bad making these mistakes when I'm recording, and it genuinely feels like I only make these mistakes when I'm recording. You know, like I think it's because I'm trying to talk about what I'm doing. I'm trying to go faster to kind of keep the pace. So yeah, I apologise. We'll put an asterisk by this one, and you know, if I make more silly mistakes, you'll probably never see this. So there we go. Okay. So what was I gonna do? I re-rolled this blue. I'm gonna use that on Crystal Joy to get a green crystal, and I'm gonna end my turn. Now, what I can do with Crystal Joy is discard a different card from my hand. I'm going to discard the... Oh, am I actually going to discard something to take it back? No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. It's going to go into my discard, I think, because I've got quite a good attack here. Right. Okay. It's got one card left, so I've got three more turns. And ideally, I wanted some. I wanted the reputation. I wanted the reputation, really. You know. Or influence. Sorry, I wanted influence cards to be able to recruit a unit. Let's see what's the. I mean, the guardsmen are going to be the easiest to recruit for me. Because I can use a mana. I can get 4 with that, with a white, and then maybe 6 with 2 others. Or I could use a spell forge, actually, to get another... But then, on the other hand... There's a tan enemy here. This is a decent hand for killing, if not, you know, completely blocking one. So screw it. Let's go for a. Let's go for an enemy. I want to keep a white for this, and I want to keep. I'm going to keep this one in my hand because if I need it, I can play that sideways. So no, there's not enough block. There's not going to be enough block there at all. Not enough block at all. I think that's a bad idea. That is a bad idea. I think I'm going to recruit, and I'm going to... be sad that I'm going to lose my chivalry here, because I think I've got an influence left in there. Yeah, I'm going to hold on to the chivalry. I'm going to... sorry, this is rambly and probably really dull to watch. I'm going to play the move here sideways with the green for 3 influence. Or for 4 influence, sorry, without universal power. And then I'm going to go... I don't really want to use my advanced action on this, but kind of need to keep the move. So I'm going to go 5, 6 in order to claim the shock troops. I'm going to end my turn. Okay, now, now I'm really comfortable going in and killing a tan. So, yes. So first things first, I'm going to re-roll some of the dice in the source. Okay. I'm going to go stamina plus the chivalry sideways. It's a shame I use it on a sideways, but you know, tis what tis. I don't have to actually, because I don't need a mana from the source. So I'll play the stamina sideways with a mana. I don't need red for 3 move, and that's enough to get in here. So I'm going to challenge the thing, and hopefully it's something I can range. Haha! Now, earlier I struggled with this. Now I'm going to kill it with 2 cards, because I will use Will Focus with this green. Play it with Swiftness. When you play another action with Will Focus, you get the stronger effect for free, and if it gives you any of the basic 4 things, get that amount plus 3. So I can just range the Manticore straight to death, and that was really valuable little turn there for me. So let's double check. Let's see what rewards I get from the monster den. So a black is +1 fame. What I'll do is I'll just pop it like that, and the other one was a green, which is really nice because I spent a green for that. Okay. Dummy's going to call the end of the round, and I got 1 turn left to make some value here. Oh, there is a token there. It's just under the just under the thing for some reason. Okay. It's kind of a shame I don't get to use my shock troops this turn. And it's kind of a shame I've still got these 2 wounds in my hand, or my deck. I can get a decent amount of movement this turn. I can get about 6 movement. So I think this is just going to be a movement turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use swiftness, first of all, to move to reveal this tile here. See what I've got. Okay. So actually, if I can get in there, I can get rid of one of these. But I need to move in there with something. And I need 3 move to get into the village. Which is going to be 1 card. But I need 3 influence to actually heal wounds in a village. Which is unfortunate. So I might just have to move in there first of all, and just see later what I can do. Maybe if I draw a wound early next term. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this one sideways with a white 4 move with my universal power. Move in there, and then I've got 1 move left over because it's only 3 to go in, so I will play that one sideways for a move and reveal a core tile, which is really, really good for me because, I mean, it's a city. I'm probably going to come around this way and attack that later because this is only night. This is round 2, right? So I got plenty of time. I'm probably going to come round and deal with that later, but revealing a core tile really early is just really nice for me because it means I get core units or elite units in the offer. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, remove those from the game. Right, let's see what we've got. I think the obvious option is to go in here and possibly start going in the maze. You can only bring 1 unit with you, but that should be okay. I think you're going to take Mana Steel to hold on to a blue here, and then the dummy's going to pick one randomly, and it picks Early Bird, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. Okay, so it goes first. Am I going to plunder? I might plunder. No, there's no real benefit from me plundering now, so let's process. Let's do the dummy, and then it's going to be my go. I think this is going to be a fairly standard, straightforward, sort of building up-y kind of turn. So I'm going to spell Forge with this blue to gain 2 crystals from my inventory of the same colour. That's 2 different spells. I'm going to go for a green and a white. Green just really high value on Goldyx, and white, I've got some white cards in there. Then I'm going to use, I think I might honestly use the blue already with this Mana Steel here. I'm going to take a blue crystal, because if I get either colour of move, I mean I've already got a green, but if I get either colour of move I can move in there and use the crystal. And I think that's just going to be my turn. And they're both blue again. Okay, Crystal Joy. I'm gonna ditch that one. I'm gonna ditch it. I am now gonna plunder this village. Okay. Well, what I wanted here was some range. I wanted one of my ranged attacks, but we can work with this. Okay. Let's see what the dummy has. Right, let's see if we've got something in here. Okay, well, I think let's go into the maze and let's see what's what. So let's go move 4. Let's go into the maze. And the good thing with the maze here, the thing that I really like, is I got these scouts, and I can actually look at the top token of an unused enemy token pile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the top. It's a tan for a maze, isn't it? Yeah, it's a tan. And I look at the top one. Okay, it's a shadow. So I need 8 block and I need 4 attack, or I need to be able to 8 attack it. And the shock troops are actually going to be really useful here, because even though it's got arcane immunity, arcane immunity only applies to things that target an enemy and not enemy attacks. Their attacks can still be affected, so I could actually reduce it down to 1 attack, and then it'll be pitiful. So pop that back on top. That gives me a lot of information, because that means that now I know I can actually defeat this with 4 attack, which simple. I can do 4 attack. I got 1 already there, so I need 3 attack, which is a card sideways with a mana. I need 2 block, which I can do with just a rage or a determination. So really, with these 2 cards and a blue mana, I can kill it. So that means I can go in really hard and get the biggest reward, which is the artifact. So I'm going to go for 6 movement, and I'm going to do the 6 movement via Will Focus for move 4 plus 3, which is 7 move, into the maze. Now, you know, it's a wasted point of movement. It's a shame, but, you know, it is what it is. And the monster's drawn. Oh, how quelle surprise. When I go in the maze, I have to pick a unit to bring with me before I reveal it. Obviously, I knew what I was getting, and I only have 1 unit, but my bad. I probably should have said that beforehand. Right, so we've got the shadow here, and well, I'm not going to range it. It's going to attempt to attack me for 4 cold fire, which I will simply use my shock troops, reduce 1 enemy attack by 3. Any damage from that attack has to be assigned to them first. Well, they're not going to take any damage, because I will. It's 1 attack. My block is half effective. I will simply use this rage to block. This rage blocks it, which is block 2. And then to attack it, this means it's got 8 armor in the range phase and 4 if it's fully blocked in the melee phase, which it has been fully blocked. So using my universal power, I will play Determination sideways with the blue for 4 attack to kill the shadow. So that's a huge turn for me, because that is a level up. It's only a unit level up. I prefer the advanced action ones. I think they're slightly more useful, but it's a command token level up. And also, because that was a 6 on there, I spent the 6 movement. I went really deep into that maze. I get myself an artifact. So let's see what artifacts I get. Okay, Banner of Command. I don't get artifacts all that often, so I'm going to actually have to read these. Influence 4. If you recruited a unit this turn, you use this instead of the command token. So it's a free command token that can be influence 4. Or Fame +2, any one unit from the units offer for free. Now, important to note, this exclamation mark here on the Delphana Masters means you cannot get them for free. However, given I've already tanked my rep slightly with plundering, and I've got a lot of good ranged, these catapults might be a good idea, because that's going to be 4 siege attack I've just got access to, or 6 siege ice attack with a blue mana. So that's something to look at. And see, I like this Amulet of the Sun. I like this. Gold mana, really, really nice and useful. Really useful during the night time, because it basically turns it into day rules, but without the downsides. That said, overall, I think the catapults, Siege Ice 6, if nothing else, this keep, which I should be revealed because it's a day and I'm next to it, that's going to make that piss easy. So I'm going to take the Banner of Command, and I'm going to just throw it away immediately for the powerful effect. So my rewards claimed. We do the dummy. Okay. So let's have a look and see what's in the. Let's see what's in the garrison. Yeah, so I can just kill that with the catapults in one. That's just going to be a really, really useful high value turn. Yeah, so I will throw away my Banner of Command for Fame +2, and I will recruit any one unit from the units offer for free. So I'm going to recruit the catapults. It's warned me there it's not normally recruited from the location, but Banner of Command, obviously I can do that. Right, and then what I will do is I will simply move into the keep. It's even on grass, which is really nice, really easy for me. Move in with the swiftness. And yeah, just activate the catapults for siege attack 3. Oh, okay, I'm gonna actually need to spend a mana with it. I misread, I thought it was siege attack 4 base, but it's not. That's fine. Spend the blue mana here for siege attack 5, and it's dead. Simple. Very, very simple. Okay, rewards claimed. Ooh, nice little combo here of the healing and the tranquility, or the 2 things at once. I'm going to just move this card because I'm probably exploring here next, and I'm going to come at the Green City from the north. Hopefully, it's not a city. Hopefully, it's not a city here. Hopefully, it's going to be something else. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to just Tranquility to remove the wound. Got a lot of movement here. Is there anything in the keep that I can actually? No, so I can't maybe replace my scouts now. But actually, given they have a siege attack 1, combine all of that together, that's 7. It's actually pretty useful. Might have to stick with that. Yeah, let's just go for. I'm going to actually spend this one sideways with a red for 4 movement, and I'm going to spend 2 of that movement to reveal. There. Okay. So it's going to be very expensive to go this way. And that dragon is pretty nasty. I'm not super happy about this. This kind of setup here, this layout. I've got 2 core tiles left, so one's going to be a city and one's going to be a thing, but obviously the green's going to be easier to take first. I've got 2 move left, because it was only 2 to reveal that. So I think I'm going to actually make my way to the green city. I mean, it's not amazing. I've not got, like, super amazing everything, but being able to attack it from the magical glade will be nice, and I might have enough left in my deck. At least I'll be able to see what it's got in store for me. So yeah, let's go. Let's spend another 2 move for 4 move total to go back here and still be adjacent to the keep, so that's all fine. And then yeah, let's end my turn. Hold up. Genuinely can't remember if I had a turn between taking the keep and doing that. I must have. Because I had a bunch of cards in my hand. But why was that? Oh, it was the wound. It was the wound. Ignore me. Okay. It's all black mana in the source, so I'm probably not going to be able to attack the... Probably not going to be able to attack the green city. So maybe I went here slightly prematurely, but we'll see. Might be able to kill these guys if I can get to them. So how much time have I got left? 1 more turn after this. Okay. Movement wise, I'd like to keep this crystal, but it's not necessary for me. You know, I can use that with mana draw for some extra movement, for example. Movement wise, let's see what I can do. I could do 3, 5. I kind of want to end on there, so yeah, so let's just do 3 for starters, using improvisation to discard that promise. 3 movement on there. That lets me see what's in the green city. You always reveal even at night. Okay. This is going to be very doable next turn, because what I'll be able to do is Siege Ice plus the Scouts plus the freezing power to destroy those freezers in 1 hit with Siege, so before they can even attack me. And then all I have to do is deal with these guys. So that's going to be really useful. I mean, it might be the case that I do it on the Medusa instead, but probably not. But yeah, we'll see. Just going to end my turn there, and that lets me throw a wound away because I end on the magical glade. Okay, Norowas calls the end of the round, and I got one turn left. Now I have no use for black mana. I've got no wounds left in my deck, so I might be able to do something here with the Ironclads. But it's going to cost mana. Got this one though. Oh, yeah, perfect. I've got this one. Okay. If I mana draw and turn this one into a white, is it? White. So I'll get 2 white tokens. What I can do is move. You got physical resistance, which 3 goes down to 1 plus 1. No, but that would be 4 block, which is enough to block it, right? Yeah, I think that's worth it. So it's only going to cost me 1 crystal. It's a shame that it cost me the crystal, but okay. So move 4 plus 1 from sideways is move 5 into there, and then I'm going to challenge the Ironclads. So what I'm going to do is let's just move those over to that side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to block them with a sideways with a white for 4 block with universal power. I am really loving this skill. This is like probably one of the best skills most value from a skill. 4 block there, and then they've got 3 and physical resist, so I'm going to have to use this just for simply 6 attack to kill them, and that's going to be the end of my turn. And that's a level up, which is really, really nice. Ooh, both of those are really beautiful. Ironically, I find the thing I find really interesting about the gain a crystal and a token skills is the crystal is in the center, and the crystal is better than a token, right? Just unquestionably. But the ones that give you a crystal and a token, I find you're guided more to use them for the token, because the token is ephemeral, you know, it goes away at the end of the turn, whereas the crystal is you know, whatever. So you look at this and it's like, oh, you get a blue and a green, but really it's you get a green and then you have a blue sort of for later. Let's see what to do here. It's a lot of movement. I'm going to see if I want the temporal portal, because I might be able to take one of these instead. Because this would be really nice, because green and white are my 2 sort of focuses at the moment. Adjacent revealed safe space. That might be quite useful actually for because core, especially this green city, is very high movement costs. That might be nice, and that will let me take leaves in the wind. But that said, the blue crystal is really useful for getting more tokens, and I'm obviously crystals, and I'm very mana reliant, mana hungry, so I might be able to get something if I go. I really like agility, so ultimately I'm going to go for this one, and I'm going to go for this one. Hopefully I'm not going to regret it. But let's see. Okay. Let's remove those. Knight 2. Okay, what have I got in here? I've got blue, which is nice for the siege ice. So with that blue, I can eliminate the freezes immediately. I mean, it costs 2 of my units, but it's very, very worth it. I'm pretty happy with this. I might be very greedy and try and leave sparing power for Knight 3. And if I take preparation, what I can do is, with preparation, I can then, I don't know if this is supposed to be. I'll have to see what the scripting does. But with preparation, I can then turn this blue. If I get my one that gives me crystals based on the spells, I can turn that blue into two mana. So I'm going to take preparation, and I'm going to take Spellforge into my hand. And that needs reshuffling. And then dummy picks a random one. Okay, so yeah, something's weird has gone on here, but luckily it's not so heavily scripted that you can't manually do this. So there should be 3 units. Technically, it's supposed to alternate, so I'm gonna obey the law. Okay. I could even plunder the village if I really wanted to. I've kind of tanked my rep already. Okay, let's take a moment and work this out and see. Why is there a claim on there? I think the fact that I've put the green city there has made it confused a little bit. So I'll move it over here. Okay, so let's have a look and see what I can do with my hands. So I know I can get them with basically use of my units. With a white, which I have, I can kill this in 1 hit with chivalry. And actually I can get a lot of damage off another white, which I can get with agility. So for damage I'm absolutely fine. It's just block. I can reduce that by 3. And actually I think I'll have enough mana to be able to just play something sideways for a 3 block. So it's really only 6, which will only be 2 wounds, and I'm happy then to honestly Tranquility to heal that next turn. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go in, but I'm just going to do a little bit of preparation first. So, Spellforge, 2 crystals to your inventory of the same colour as 2 different spell cards. Using the blue, I'm going to get myself a white, and I'm going to get myself a blue. So another white and a blue, because that's pretty high value. What I'm going to then do is, sadly, what I would do is spend this blue immediately for 4 move points, so that I could get attack off it with agility, but unfortunately it wipes all your move points before combat and after combat, so it doesn't carry over between combats, or between moving and combat rather. So yeah, that would be a tiny bit of optimization that I'd do if it was allowed, but it's not even allowed, so let's just set that to one side. Right, so stamina, move 2, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move into the Green City. Okay, so it's moved the garrison to my player board. I'm going to set these to one side, because I've already used those. Okay. So, my thing, right. Let's break this down. This should be pretty straightforward. Freezers. I'm going to kill them straight up. So I'm going to spend this blue here for siege attack 5, plus my freezing power for siege attack 6, plus scouts for another siege attack 1. That is 7 siege attack. The freezers are dealt with, so I'm going to put them to one side. They're dead. Then it's going to be the melee phase, because I've got no more, or the block phase rather. I've got no more range. What I can do here is, I think my plan is I'm going to use the shock troops, I think, to reduce enemy attack by 3. And I'm going to reduce the Medusa enemy attack here, because that's the nastier one. It paralyzes you, so if it wounds me, it will straight up discard my hand. And what I can do with that is I can actually play a kind of useless card sideways for block 3 if I spend a mana with it. I'm going to flip this one for a blue mana and a white token. And I'm going to spend the white token here to block 3. So the Medusa is completely blocked. This universal power again. Beautiful. That means all I have to deal with is the Crypt Worm. Now, unfortunately, if this wasn't the Green City, this wouldn't even be a question. I would take the 2 wounds, hope that I get a green mana next turn, to be fair. But, you know, I've got ways of getting mana, and I just heal the 2 wounds in the city next turn. given that it is, I'm thinking I might want to block it, but I'm going to just double check and see how much damage I can do. So I can kill it. That one's dead. I can kill this one outright with a I don't think I can block this. Yeah, there's no way I can block this. So what I will do is I will take the hits. So that's my block phase. I've just reduced this guy's attack by 3 and then blocked the rest with 3 here. This guy's going to hit me 6 damage, 3 armor, is 2 wounds to my hand and 2 wounds to my discard pile because of poison from the green city. It's a shame. At least it's not the white city, because if this was the white city, I wouldn't have been able to kill the freezers because they'd have extra armor. Everything would be awful. So, you know what? That's the this is not the white city tax. Fine. Okay. What I will do then is start building up attacks. And with these whites, I can easily do it. So, just to move through my deck a little bit quicker, increase the chances of maybe drawing Will Focus to be able to heal 2 with the green token from that. I'm going to use 3 cards. So I'm going to use Chivalry with a white, but I'm going to use it as attack 4 and Reputation 1 and Fame +1. So let's just add them on to kill the Medusa. Then I'm going to use my other white here for move 4, but I can spend move points for 1-to-1 ratio for attack 1 each. So that's move 4, that's move 6 to kill the Crypt Worm. So all in all, I'm really chuffed with that. Straight up, instant city defeat, 18 fame. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Okay. New command token. Rewards claimed. Okay. Well, I got Crystal Joy, so I can actually turn that blue into a green. It's not as good, but you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. Dummy's turn. Right. So movement is a bit annoying. You know, the fact that where can I move? You know, but you know, it's fine. And this is only night 2, so I've got plenty of time. Okay. Neither of these recruitable from a city, sadly. Okay, so let's go Crystal Joy with the blue to turn that into a green crystal, which I will spend on Tranquility to heal 2. And then what else can I do with my turn? Hold up, there's a green in the source. Oh, hold up. I'll just use the green from the source. What can I do with my turn? The dummy has so much left in its deck that I'm honestly content with just doing a really simple turn like that, and seeing what I get in my hand now. Yeah. Okay, I'm at minus. Oh yeah, again, there's no thing, but the power of the green city. Ooh. Power of the green city is you can spend 6 for an advanced action, and with between Will Focus and this Promise, I can easily spend 6 to get one of these actions. The question is, do I want one? So they're influency ones, or this is a bit late to take Blood of Ancients, so I don't really want to do that. Okay. instead, what I'm going to do then, I'd like to go to a mage tower or a keep or something to get one of these, you know, another unit to beat the other city. And actually, I was thinking of going out this way to explore, but actually I think if I double back on myself, it's going to be a lot of move. But if I explore here, I can go via the keep, and I'll be able to recruit these ice golems. Yeah, I'll be able to recruit the ice golems, which again, really helpful. I just got another slot here, so I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to make my way back towards the keep. It's going to be a lot of move, but let's see how we can do it. So, what have I got in my hand? I've got two of these bad boys, which has just moved 4. What I can do is I can play a lot of cards. I want to keep Will Focus in my hand for Will Focus plus Promise, because I'm going to need that to recruit the guys. But let's go. It's going to take me 9 movement to get to here and 11 to get to here. So if I can keep these in my hand, what I can do is I can do 2, 4, and then I can do that 8, and I can do that 9. So that's going to get me to via the glade to the maze. Keep a large hand size. I can go in the keep next turn almost certainly. Let's have a look with the universal power. So it's you may add 1 mana. So I should actually really be adding black mana to cards. It's not one. It's not 1 basic mana. It's just good if it matches the color. So I should be adding black mana to kind of refresh cards for me, because I don't have any, or refresh dice because I don't have any. Don't have any mana. Don't have any spells. But you know. Oh well. There's a mistake there, but that's fine. Okay. So I know how to get influence 8 here, and I'll be able to just play 1 more sideways for a 1 if I move in. So let's move in with March into the keep, and let's go. There's a bit of a weird way around it, but I'm going to use Will Focus for a white token to use the bonus effect of mana draw. And the bonus effect of mana draw, I'm going to turn this one to a white, which gets me 2 more white tokens. I'm then going to spend 1 of those white tokens on Promise for influence 4, and I'm going to spend another white token on Swiftness Sideways because it matches the colour, so I get 4 more influence, and that is going to be a total of 8 influence. I've got -1 here, which is unfortunate because that costs 8. But I'll simply discard improvisation. I'll play that sideways for 9 influence, -1, interacting with my locals to get the ice golems. And then I'm going to end my turn. Rewards claimed. Process a dummy. And I'm almost out of cards. The last thing I'm going to do is Crystal Joy this white to get a white crystal. And now I kind of want to explore this, but I kind of want to just get more crystals. So it really depends on what this rolls. You know, if it rolls a color that I can crystallize, then because I discard that to take that back into my hand. Because if I get a good, I said red again. Red's not super useful for me, so I'm going to play this one sideways with the red for 3 move to explore here. Okay, end turn. Let's end a round. Okay, we'll take a quick break. There's going to be a cut here. Okay, right, so let's remove those. Let's see what I've got to work with. This is unfortunate. I'm not a fan there. See what's in there. Just more shock troops and then some city guys. So nothing particularly valuable there. And the last city is going to be in this hex, I think. I'm going to come from this way. Might come around this way to get the crystal. Might be worth it, but we'll see. I'm really liking this. Really liking this start, actually. That's gone skew whiff. In terms of tactic, I'm liking this hand as an opening hand quite a bit for setting up. I don't think the right moment's that useful because the dummy is, you know, it's just basically essentially going before the dummy, which Rethink would do for me anyway. Gets me one extra turn. So I'm going to take Rethink, but I don't know what I actually want to discard with it. I don't need Tranquility, so I think I'm going to discard Tranquility. I like that to come up later. And I don't think I need Promise at the moment either. But I think I'm going to keep... I'm not going to discard all three. Let's see what I get. Okay, Mana Draw and Stamina. I think I like that a bit more. Okay, so it takes the right moment. Okay. So it's going to be 7 move to go that way and 9 to reveal the tile, or 5 and 7 move to reveal it this way. Now I'd love the white crystal. I'd really like an extra white crystal. But is it going to be worth it? I could do 9 that way. Is it going to be worth it? Let's just see if I can do it to start with. So I mean, the first thing I'm going to want to do is I think I'm going to want to use this spell for here for a blue and a white crystal just to set myself up a bit more. In terms of movement then, I've only actually got 2 move cards in my hand. And I'm going to need movement later to get into the city. So I think I'm going to forego this white crystal here, unfortunately. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mana draw with this white crystal. I mean, well, might as well use white crystal craft for a white token and a blue crystal. So mana draw to turn this one into blue. Where is it? I don't know what colour it is. Blue for 2 blue tokens. I'm going to spend a blue on stamina for move 8 to move here and reveal. Okay, Red City. I'm going to go around this way anyway because I don't want to have to fight the dragons. Particularly, I'd love to end this around early. So I've got 1 movement left. It's 5 to go in, 2 to reveal. Wait, that was only move 4. Sorry, I don't have any left. That was move 8. That was my move 8. Oh, people are going to be like, oh, what's going on? This person doesn't know the rules very well. I have got 1 movement left now, actually. And given that's a desert and it's going to be like almost as quick to go in this way, and I won't have to fight the dragon as I do it. Hell yeah, I'm going that way. So let's play a march to go up here and end on the white. So end on the white, I get the white crystal. Okay. Going to be a really straightforward turn now, I think. I am going to use this one sideways, and I'm actually not going to match the colour because I've got so many white crystals, and I only need 3 move to get into here, that hopefully when this re-rolls it will be green, and if it's green that's going to be really, really nice with Will Focus for a really, really big high number. Otherwise, you know, it's fine, but we'll see. So let's see what's in the red as well. So the red city, which actually is probably the weakest city because most of these don't even have, they don't get a buff from it at all. But let's see. I'll be able to take probably both of these out before the fight even sort of starts. Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna take my 1 extra card and my red mana. So I get my, and it's gold. That's really, really nice because that'll be, I can use that as a green. Oh, it's a flipping wound. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Okay. So I'm probably going in. I'm not going to be able to sweep this in 1, I don't think, but we'll see if I can get something. So I can get 7 siege attack again, and oh, I can reduce the armor and 1 attack of a chosen enemy. So neither of these are thing, but these are they're both resistant to at least part of the siege attack that I'll be doing. So that's really unfortunate. Because if if they weren't, or you know, if the Delphana Masters had just 1 color of elemental resist, then I'd be able to siege them a lot. But yeah, it's that's really, really unfortunate. But you know, the downside is there's a lot of attack here. And I don't really have that much block available to me. You know, I can assign damage to these guys. I don't hugely want to. Guess I've got any of these could be that. I mean, that's essentially a block 4. But yeah, I've got a lot of attack, but not. I've got basically no block in my hand, and not much block on my units. Although I could sacrifice my shock troops actually to reduce the Delphana Masters, and I could kill these guys. I think a plan is starting to come together. I think a plan is starting to come together, and I think I'm actually not going to use the scouts for the siege attack because I've got loads of mana, and I'm probably just going to siege these guys because I can't kill either of these, so I don't need all of the siege attack I can get. So I think in order to maximize cards in hand, I'm going to use the scouts for their 2 movement, and I'm going to go into the red city. Okay, so for some reason these guys aren't, they're not coming over. Okay. So I need to be pretty sure with what I'm doing. This is what's going to make or break me. the what this summons might suck. But then it might be, 14 damage is 4 wounds, which I can't afford to take because it's brutal. 8 damage though would only be 2. Oh, but then yeah. Is there a way to siege both of them? No, I don't think there is. Okay. We're just going to have to hope. We're going to have to hope. Okay, right. So first things first. Catapults. Did I move the... No. Catapults with blue mana. Siege attack. The werewolves are dead. Okay. It's my siege attack 5. Now. Yep, right. We're going to see what the illusionists have to attack me with. Oh, it's literally identical. Okay. So. This is going to be unfortunate. That's not nice. I don't like that. So, we're going to use shock troops to reduce one enemy attack by 3, and any damage from that attack must be assigned to the unit first, even if they had assassinate. So actually, it says even if they had assassinate. That's a way to get them to die instead of me getting assassinated and paralyzed. So that will be 2 damage going through. Not brutal because it's only physical attacks that are brutal in the Red City. So that's them dealt with, and alas, my shock troopers will die, but it's worth it. So that's them blocked, or not quite blocked. And then I've got these guys to block. So I can take a few wounds, because if I might be able to just kill everything, because I only need to do 8 plus 8. Ooh, although that's... With these guys, though. I can take a few wounds, I just probably can't take all of the wounds here. That will be 4 wounds, and that will be another 2 wounds. That will be 6, so that would be enough to knock me out. But actually I could assign 4 of those onto the catapults to wound them. And 14 I could knock down to 12 with the scouts, which would make it only 3 wounds. So actually then, I think I'll be fine. Yeah. Beautiful. I think this is it. I think I'm doing it in one go. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is take a lot of damage on my units. And I am going to take a lot of wounds for this, so it's going to tank my score a bit, but I think it's going to be worth it for ending a whole round early and with 10 cards left in the deed deck. So, okay. So, a block phase. I'm using the shock troops to reduce the attack on the Delphana Masters by 3 down to 2, and that has to be assigned to them. So unfortunately they die, the remaining one, because they're going unblocked. They die. Pop them there. Okay. But they're blocked. The werewolf attack from the illusionist, so this is the summon from the illusionist, so I don't have to kill this werewolf, is going to do 7 attack, which I think is going to go completely unblocked. Now, because we're in the Red City, that's physical attack, that's doubled because it's brutal, so that's going to be 14 attack. However, because of multiples, if I assign 2 of that damage to the scouts to wound them, that takes it down to 12 damage only, which means that's only going to be 3 wounds rather than 4 wounds. And then the Altem Mages are going to do 8 damage, Now what I can do is assign 4 of that damage to the thing, and it takes 2 wounds because they're poisonous, and then I'll take 1 more wound to my hand and 1 to my discard because of these guys, with the remaining 4 damage. So that's only 4 wounds in my hand, which, given how I blocked nothing almost, is pretty impressive. So now I have to worry about that werewolf because that was just a summon now. All I need to do is kill all of these enemies. Shouldn't be too hard, I say. I can get 9 attack with these 2 cards. Or I can get 6 attack to kill that one instantly. I think I'm going to go 6 attack to kill that one instantly. So I think this is what I do here. Use the gold on this one. 6 attack because that's physical. What I'm going to do here is ice golems with a blue for ice attack 6 to 6 damage on the Altem mages, plus a red here for 4 attack, which is halved for 2 for 8 damage to kill the Altem mages. And then the Delphana Masters. Yeah, I can do it. Okay. Delphana Masters, I'm going to use Chivalry for 6 attack. And Promise Sideways with a white mana for 4 more attack, which is 10. I can actually, just to maximise my score, go for the Rep +1, Fame +1 instead then. For 4, 8 attack. And yeah, I clear the city in one go. Nice. It says there's an error in the script, so I don't know what's going on there. But that's the end of the game. I defeated the city. I think there might be an error because I had a bit of problems earlier, and I sort of tried to load a save because I had a slight problem. But yeah, okay. It's the end of the game. Let's do the end game scoring as let's do the end game scoring by hand because you know, this will be fun. Not games, objects. Let's get a calculator. And let's check my scoring. So, solo conquest, endgame scoring. When all cities are conquered, you have one. I've got one last turn. Okay, well, Dummy doesn't have one last turn, so I'm going to process him. But that was 5 cards. So no, 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put them back. I got one last turn, which I will use. I'll use Crystal Joy with a blue to get a green crystal in order to heal 2 wounds from my hand. Just for a bit of extra score. Yeah. Oh, I needed to select a skill. I'll take that one. And I'll take... Oh, actually, that's... It doesn't matter because it'll go on top. Right. Yeah. And yeah, that's we'll call that the end of my... Okay, rewards claimed. Right. So that's the end of the game now. Take your fame as the base, and then standard achievements scoring. Okay. So, base fame is 80. Nice. Round number. Not the highest, but let's see. Okay. 10 for each city I conquered. Oh, no, it's achievement scoring first, isn't it? So, achievement bonuses, but no titles. So, let's go through my deck. Let's get everything together and let's sort it all out. Right, so I think there is normally a scoring thing when you win, but I think the script breaks maybe or something sometimes. So okay, right. Let's sort my deck out. I actually didn't have that many advanced cards or anything. Yeah, I only had 4 advanced actions, and I suppose that artifact once as well. Okay, so 80 fame and greatest knowledge. I get 4 extra. Let's bring this closer. I can do what I want. So greatest knowledge, I get 4 extra points here. Greatest loot, pairs of crystals. I get 1 extra point there because I've got no artifacts in my deck. The greatest leader, half the points of wounded units, plus half the level plus the normal levels. So that's I think that's 0, isn't it? So that's 1. Plus 3, so 4 more points there. Do you round down or do you round up? I don't know. Greatest conqueror. Let's see what I've got. So I've only conquered keeps, I think. 1, 2. Was it really only 2 keeps? I suppose it was. Okay, well that gets me 4 points for that one. Greatest adventurer. I get myself 2 for this month's to end, 2 for this month's to end. Mazes don't score achievement bonuses, so just another 4. And then greatest beating, I had 4 wounds, 5 wounds in my deck at the end, so that's minus 10 points. Okay. Now, let's bring this over here, because there's a few more things. We get 10 points for each city I conquered. So I conquered 2 cities, so that's 20 more points, plus 15 for conquering all the cities. I finished the game 1 or more rounds before the limit. I did indeed, so I get 30 extra points for finishing in round 5. 1 point for each card in the dummies deck. That was already 10. And additional 5 points for end of round not been called. So it's a pretty respectable 167 points. Okay, I apologise that I forgot to take my skills a couple of times in that run. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. But I think ultimately the way it worked out... Well, I only forgot to take it one time when it actually sort of really mattered. Ultimately, the way it worked out, I don't think it mattered that much at all. Honestly, MVP here was Universal Power. That was a really, really useful skill. The number of crystals I was managing to get and tokens and such, which made that so valuable. Made me really, really versatile and not really at the whims of my deck. But yeah, thanks for watching if you made it this far. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time if I make another one of these. All right.